It's been 53 days since I woke up in Lisbon, and every day I miss waking up here. I miss the morning sunrise that paints the city in hues of hope and resilience. Every day here is a blend of beauty, challenges, and real-life experiences. My experiences. This isn't just a travel vlog. It's a window into my journey, the obstacles I overcome, and the truth about living in this vibrant country. I know some voices argue that expats are part of the problem, fueling a housing crisis, overwhelming healthcare, and disrupting local life. But here's the reality. My videos showcase my life, my struggles, and my triumphs. I'm not promoting an idealized version of Lisbon. I'm sharing my authentic experience. So, if you're someone who's easily bothered by opinions or quick judgments, don't move to Portugal. But if you're ready to see the genuine, unfiltered story of what it's like to wake up and live here, come along with me. Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about something that's close to my heart, and that's living in Portugal, and address some concerns that are constantly being raised on social media. Recently, I received messages from someone I know in real life about his strong opinions on my videos promoting people moving to Portugal. He said things like, I totally disagree with their videos promoting moving to Portugal in the middle of a terrible crisis. Housing and healthcare. I was evicted and now I don't even have a doctor in the public system. Waiting times are outrageous. Expats are coming here and they're not integrating. They're turning Portugal into an American colony. While these issues are very much felt by locals, I want to share my perspective and make it very clear that moving to Portugal is not the problem. So let's break it down. Housing and healthcare are complex and systemic issues. Yes, we know that Portugal is facing a housing crisis. We know this, it's being shared on social media, across the news outlets. That's nothing new. Yes, some might know about the healthcare issues, about the wait times just to see a doctor, just to get seen in the ER. For example, Reuters has reported emergency wait times at some Lisbon hospitals reaching up to 9 hours and in Santa Maria, 18 hours. Another Reuters article highlighted a 28% surge in home sales in Q3 2024 due to market pressures and limited supply. And let's not forget rent prices have soared, making it incredibly hard for locals to even afford rent. But here's another key point. It's just not Americans that are buying up these properties. Wealthy investors across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are part of the contributors that are buying up these properties, and not to mention local spectators. Many of these properties are then rented out for crazy prices. For example, when I first moved to Portugal back in 2021, I lived in a traditional neighborhood, Penha de França. I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and my rent was only 1,400 euros a month. I then moved to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Campolide, and my rent went up to $1,950, and that was in 2023. Now, in the flat that I'm in right now, our rent is $2,000 a month, but we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And although it's really nice, it's not the prices that I would like to spend. And I know that with the average income of a Portuguese person, they could never be able to afford this. These facts underscore that the housing crisis is a systemic issue, not simply caused by individuals moving. Who are the expats? Well, that's most of us. Well, also immigrants too, depending on how you identify as. Whether you're Americans or Black Americans, we're coming here to seek a safer, well-balanced life. It's important to note that although Americans get a lot of the attention, we actually make up a small portion of the overall foreign community here. For instance, according to a study done by CaixaBank Research on the acquisition of housing in Lisbon by foreigners, in 2023, U.S. citizens accounted for about 15.2% of all foreign property purchases, ranking first among non-UE buyers. However, when you look at overall numbers, the U.S. expat community in Portugal still numbers under 10,000. Significant numbers come from across Europe too, with French nationals making up 12.9% and the British around 8.7%. of these purchases. There are also strong communities coming from Brazil, Cape Verde, and other regions. The diversity shows that it's not just Americans driving the market. The landscape is so mosaic of different nationalities, each with their own reason for choosing Portugal as their new home. So while American expats are only part of the picture, we are only a small fraction of the overall community here. My videos tell my real story. If you've been following me for the past several years, you know that my stories showcase my real life. I'm authentic and genuine every time I press record and upload a video to YouTube. I'm open and honest about all the obstacles I have overcome and everything in between. I'm not here to sell a story about Portugal being a utopia and that everything is perfect here, because it's not. Portugal, just like America, has its fair share of issues that we all experience. Everyone's experiences are different, and I believe that you should settle in on your own terms without feeling pressured to do this or that when relocating to a new country. Over the past 3 years I've been here, I actively built a community that engages in real time with locals and the community. Here you'll find people that are actively trying to integrate or fully integrated and not stuck inside this American bubble. Trust the process, take baby steps, and know that authenticity is the key. This is what makes living in Portugal real, raw, and ultimately rewarding. Integration and contributions. Outside of the transatlantic slave trade, I deeply appreciate Portugal's culture and the resilience of its people. When I was living here full time, I was trying to learn the language. I supported local businesses when I could, and contributing my skills to the community. Moreover, the Global Peace Index ranks Portugal as the 7th safest country in the world, which creates an environment where positive integration can really happen. For me, integration isn't just moving to a country, saying hi, hola, or just simple words like that. I would make it a priority to go out and support local businesses, attend events, even if they were all in Portuguese, just to show my presence that I was there, active, willing to listen, even when I did not understand anything or most of anything that was being said. I remember one time I volunteered with a friend, actually 2 friends, at a local senior citizen community center, and it was all in Portuguese. Everyone there spoke Portuguese, and my Portuguese is not Portuguesing, right? So I ended up doing an introduction in Spanish and handed out Christmas gifts to all of the senior citizens that were in this community home. Actually, I think it was just a community center, not an actual home. But these are small things that you can do just to give back to the community. Integration is a two-way street, and it actually benefits everyone, whether you're a local Portuguese person or an expat or immigrant. Acknowledging local concerns. I understand that the housing crisis, the rising rent prices, the shortages in the healthcare systems are all real challenges that the locals face here. Instead of pointing fingers, I want to open up a dialogue for real solutions. Moving to Portugal is a personal choice. It's about finding the right environment that fits your unique needs. For me, I moved for my mental health, my healthcare needs, a peace of mind, better quality of life, and safety, not only for myself, but for my child. I wanted affordability and a balanced lifestyle outside of America. Plus, I lived abroad before, so I kind of already knew what type of lifestyle that I was looking for. Additionally, as someone on a fixed income due to my disabilities, every decision I made on moving here was carefully weighed. For me, it wasn't about the change of scenery. It was finding a place where I could thrive, create meaningful connections and relationships with people, and feel truly supported. I totally understand that everyone moves for their own reasons. Whatever your reasons are, they may not be right for me, but they're right for you. And I'm sure many of your motivations can be similar to mine for wanting to move to Portugal. The important thing is to make the choice that's right for you and your family without feeling pressured to fit a certain narrative. Now, one of the questions I always seem to find or in the comment sections are, what can expats or foreigners do to help instead of being seen as part of the problem? Here's what I believe. We need to be proactive in these communities, learning the language, volunteering, supporting local businesses, or even get involved in your community center. Small actions like shopping local markets, there's plenty of them in Lisbon and all over Portugal. Attending community events, I know that Portugal has plenty of festivals every year, or even sharing your knowledge on sustainable living. All these things can go a long way. It's about being part of the solution by helping bridging the gap between expats and locals. This video isn't about promoting a get-quick-rich migration to Portugal or ignoring the hardships locals face. It's about sharing my own personal journey and encouraging anyone that wants to relocate to do so with their eyes wide open, to understand both opportunities and challenges. According to the Christian Science Monitor article, many U.S. expats choose Portugal for its lifestyle benefits, not to drive up prices or contribute to gentrification. The person I mentioned at the beginning of this video who were sending me messages is against my videos that encourage people to move without acknowledging these issues, and I understand that. I'm here to share the full story, the good and the bad of living in Portugal. Our presence here isn't about taking over Portugal or making it an American colony. It's about building new lives, integrating with our neighbors, and helping create a better future for everyone. Remember, your decision to move is based off your own personal circumstances. It doesn't mean that you're responsible for the larger systemic issues here in Portugal or any country that you decide to move to. So, thank you for watching. I know that this can be a touchy subject, but I do believe that if you do decide to move abroad to whatever country or Portugal, make sure you do take time to integrate with the locals, get to know the culture, I know Portuguese, European Portuguese is always not the easiest, but at least know a few words, attempt to learn the language, attempt to understand. You know, no one is forcing you to move to Portugal and now become an American Portuguese person, forgetting where you come from, your own values, and who you are. Remember, moving to Portugal is you starting a new chapter in your life, wherever that might take you. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If you're thinking about moving to Portugal, or you're moving to Portugal, what city are you moving to or thinking about? And let me know in the comments section how you plan to integrate into your new country. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.